The living wage for a family of 4 in Boone County is $21.65, but the minimum wage is only $7.50, leaving a gap of $14.15 for families to fill.
It could be 3 to 5 years before this airport looks any different. I saw my Twitter feed turn to disappointment and fear.
But statewide, pedestrian deaths are rising.
He says that none of the people involved in the shooting were residents of the community.
Even small steps like this one could make it impossible for some people with disabilities to get inside.
I'm here at College Avenue, a residence hall on the MU campus where students have been moving in all day. For more information about the meetings, other water issues in the city's water survey, visit komu.com. The Great Plains ADA Center says without the multi-million-dollar grant, the center couldn't run, and without the center, some people with disabilities couldn't get help. The $5 million will keep the center open and funded through 2021. The resources the center offers are critical for schools, businesses, and people with disabilities.
We work with anybody that's affected by the ADA, so we work with schools, we work with businesses, universities, transit operators, anything that the Americans with Disabilities affects, we're here to help people understand that.
The ADA Center also acts as a consultant for businesses because even small steps like this one could make it impossible for some people with disabilities to get inside.
Pund, who is confined to a wheelchair, also says some businesses just don't realize issues that will keep them from having people with disabilities as customers.
Of course, you have to be able to get in the door in order to get a job or to be a patron to some place.
Thumper Entertainment, the company that makes Roots and Blues possible, is just one of the businesses in Columbia that works with the ADA to become more accessible. All Roots and Blues volunteers participated in an ADA training session, which will make them better equipped to accommodate people with disabilities.
People with special needs, so to speak, are very important, and we want to make sure they just feel welcome. We don't want them to feel like we're going out of our way or anything like that. We want this to be just a routine thing, the way we do business every year at the festival.
The baby boomers are aging, and people that have disabilities, they're getting more jobs, they're out in the community, they're spending money. So, we're part of the community fabric that wants to spend money, so we'd like to come in your business.
The money will help people in Missouri, Nebraska, Iowa, and Kansas.
I'm here at the Rainbow House in Columbia, where employees and donors celebrated the organization's contributions to the community earlier today. The organization has remained true to its original mission, stated in 1986, but has evolved to support its abused children through the court system.
A protector doesn't always come in the form of a superhero. Sometimes it's just someone like Tracy Gonzalez who protects you when no one else knows how.
For me, when I decided that I wanted to prosecute criminal activity, for me being able to have the opportunity to be a voice for those individuals in the community that are the most vulnerable is what keeps me going.
She works with a team of superheroes at the Rainbow House, a temporary foster home, to make sure children's abusers see justice.
Being able to see the child transition from being somewhat broken to just being an average, everyday child brings me a lot of satisfaction.
Gonzalez says she tries to save anywhere from 100 to 200 children a year. The Rainbow House says it will continue to follow the mission of its founder.
What I tell people is that I'm not sure we can improve, but we certainly can stick within her mission, which was to protect children and families in crisis.
The executive director of the Rainbow House made it clear to me that the Rainbow House stands apart from other shelters because it helps to make the children feel more at home. If a child gets sick at school, they'll even come and pick them up. Reporting live from Columbia, Felesha Lee, KOMU 8 News.
The Mid-Missouri Transgender Support Group handed out flowers like this one today while remembering the members of the trans community who have been killed due to hate crimes. I spoke with a couple people who attended the event, and they have a simple message they want to get out.
We have a strong, beautiful, and caring community.
A group of about 35 people gathered on the lawn of the Capitol to remember members of the transgender community who have been victims of hate crimes. Speakers named dozens of transgender people who have been murdered.
Sky Mackable, age 26, was beaten to death in Cleveland, Ohio.
The group says each year has been a record-breaking year in deaths of transgender people.
Maya Young, 25, from Philadelphia, stabbed to death. There's still murders going on and hate crime against us, this is something that needs to be taken care of.
This year's total is at least 24 to 26 people. The event organizer says the exact number is hard to know because cities usually report deaths based on birth-assigned sex, not the victim's gender. She says the only way to turn this epidemic around is to educate the masses.
I want to help change that so that the future generations will not have to go through all the heartbreak, you know, and hate that I've experienced. I mean, it's basically for my grandkids.
We're still normal people. A lot of times we are objectified or even seen as a predator.
We have the same hopes and dreams as everybody else, and we have feelings, and that, you know, we're just basically, you know, we're all human beings.
The group says transgender women of color are targeted most often for these types of crimes. You can visit KOMU.com for a list of confirmed transgender deaths this year. From the studio, Felesha Lee, KOMU 8 News.